Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My goodness, I don't even remember the last time I made a sit-down video like this on YouTube. It's been quite a while actually. I'm so sorry about all the construction noise, truck noise, all the different things that you hear, but welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. If this is your first time ever seeing my face on YouTube, my name is Tamara. What am I? A Nigerian digital content creator, and I live in Houston, Texas. I think that's the intro I'm supposed to give. Oh, you guys, they're saying that I need to be introducing myself just in case people don't know who I am. So, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be talking through how I did the 21 days water fast. Whew, Holy Spirit, take control. Okay. In December of 2021, I had come across a post that Rig Nation posted. I don't know if you follow Rig Nation, you know that they're a prophetic gathering, prophetic community. I saw a post from Rig Nation talking about doing the 21-day water fast. And I was like, you know, initially when I saw the post, it said the 21-day fruit fast or fast of the first fruits, something like that. So I thought it was going to be a fruit fast. I didn't know that it was actually going to just be a water fast. So I had decided right as we got into the new year, like, oh my goodness, I've actually never done a 21-day fast before. I'd love to try this. Like, I'd love to do this. So I was like, Lord, wow, like, it would be so cool to be able to do a 21-day fruit fast, you know, just fruits. But I was already like hitting myself like, my goodness, how am I going to go through 21 days with no food, just fruits? Like, how am I going to do that? I've never done that before. Only for me to get on the Zoom call, or I think it was their Instagram page or something, a few days before the fast was going to start. And I saw that actually the fast was going to be a water fast. It wasn't a fruit fast. So your first fruit technically meant your first month of the year. Giving January to God and seeing how God was going to do massive things, you know, throughout the entire year. And I had been at a point in my life where I just felt like I have to do something different in order to see different results. I felt like I wanted to challenge myself. Like, I wanted to challenge my faith journey. I was like, you know what? Let me just try. I prayed and I asked God to help me, because one thing that I realized is fasting is actually not a physical thing. It's very spiritual. I mean, except obviously you're doing like intermittent fasting where you're, you know, not eating for periods, long periods, trying to lose weight, which I used to do and I still technically do. I don't eat until about 12 every single day. So except you're doing like intermittent fasting, if you're actually doing like a spiritual fast, it's very different. Because if you've done it before, you know that honestly, the strength and the grace comes from God. It's not a physical thing. Your body will tell you to go and grab food and eat. Started, I think it was January 13th. We had Zoom calls every single day at about 5 p.m. Houston time. So I would join in and pray, and sometimes would pray until about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I didn't really have a chance to prepare my mind, I'm not gonna lie, because like I said to you, I thought it was fruit. So when I realized that it was water, I was like, you know what, okay, we're just gonna go. It was honestly the most beautiful experience that I've ever had. The first couple days were really hard. I would get like headaches here and there, but it wasn't anything major, because every time I would get a headache, I would just join the prayer call or, you know, drink water or something. I was drinking a lot of water. I have a 3-liter bottle that I was drinking every single day, and it was a lot. I know that they had recommended for us to drink alkaline water for electrolytes. I didn't have alkaline water, but I realized that you can actually put salt in your water to make it alkaline and for you to drink it. But like I said, I didn't do that. I went ahead and day 1, then day 2, then day 5, then day 7, then day 9, day 15, 17, 19. You know, I got through. I actually got through every single day. But I will tell you, I didn't get through by myself. I got through by the grace of God. I got through by the strength of God. I went off social media. I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't on any social media platforms. I didn't even see my family the whole time, because I knew that if my parents had seen me, they'd have been like, what's going on? Like, you're losing too much weight. You're doing this. Like, what's happening? So I didn't want any of that. I think it helped that I was doing it with so many people. You know, I think it helped that we all held each other's hands when it got tough, because there were some days that were really tough. There are some days that, you know, like I felt very lightheaded. You know, I was more focused on the fact that, wow, like I can't believe I've done 5 days. I can't believe I've done 7 days. Then it was like 15 days, then 19 days. So that was very encouraging for me. And also the encounters that I was having, the dreams I was having, I take naps a lot, or I used to take naps a lot. When I was fasting, 0 naps. I couldn't sleep. I was so awake. My mind was alert. My body was awake. My spirit man was so fired up. When I tell you, I was praying like never before. And I wasn't tired. I was so fired up in the spirit. You know, my dreams were so clear. My mind was so alert. Like I just knew that I had tapped into a different level with God, and it was so beautiful. Honestly, it was, like I said, one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. And I am actually about to get into another 21-day fast in January. I decided right after the fast that, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this every year by the grace of God. If God gives me the strength, I will do this every year. I will commit to doing this every year. I have gotten an instruction from the Holy Spirit for what next year's fast is going to look like, which is in less than a month. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a challenge. You know, I've been wrestling with God, almost like, am I sure? Like, are you sure I could do this? Like, you know, but I have gotten an instruction, and when I do it, when I get through it, I will come back and I'll tell you guys my experience the second time, or my experience this time around. I think you should fast and seek the face of the Lord, because it does give you clarity. It gives you clarity of purpose. It gives you clarity of mind. It gives you clarity with regards to anything that you're trying to do in life. Like, there's nothing more encouraging than just knowing that you're setting time aside to just press in for what God has in store for you for an entire year. I feel like giving God your first month in the year and giving God your January is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Fasting will force you to seek the face of the Lord. It will force you to get down on your knees, on your face, and really press in for what the Holy Spirit has for you, for what God has in store for you. And everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know, what am I supposed to be doing? In terms of making decisions, you know, those questions always come up in your mind. Fast, seek the face of the Lord, go into your closet, close the door, spend time with the Lord, ask Him to show up, and He will show up. So that's one of the reasons why I think you should consider doing this fast. Another big reason why I think that fasting is so important is hearing the voice of God. Man, I can't tell you how clear my ears became when I fasted, when I did this 21-day water fast. I could hear the voice of God so clearly. I could even hear the voice of the Holy Spirit for the most random things. I remember in January when I was in my period, and I heard the Lord say clearly, drink green tea and the cramps will stop. He told me to pay for a class and take that class. He told me to do a reel talking about 5 things distracting people from walking with God. One of the things that was going on when I was doing the fast was I was getting so much heartburn. I didn't realize that it was because of how much lemon I was putting in my water. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, Lord, like, why am I getting so much heartburn? The Holy Spirit told me, the lemon is what's causing the heartburn. So stop putting lemon in your water. As soon as I stopped putting lemon in my water, the heartburn stopped. He told me what jobs to apply for. He told me people to pray for. He told me things to pray for. He gave me nations to pray for. Even with my marriage, like he would tell me how to speak to my husband. He would say, don't say this, don't say it like that. It was so beautiful. Like, it still goes on, but I'm saying, like, it was just on a different level. If you're gonna have a conversation about this with this person, what do you want the outcome to be? If you know that the outcome is not going to be positive and it's not going to extend love to them, then don't have the conversation. Don't speak to them about it. Instead, do this. There were some promises that I know that He had given to me, and He reminded me and told me that He was going to do them for me this year. After the fast, he actually told me that he was going to increase me. Deuteronomy 1:11. I think that's the verse. I might be quoting it wrong, but he said, I will increase you. And if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that my Instagram page was on about 3,000 followers. After the January fast, when the Lord told me that he was going to increase me, I'm telling you, I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. There was nothing fantastic that I did, but my page grew from about 3,000 followers to almost 40,000 right now. We're almost at 40,000 followers. I have videos that he's asked me to make that have hit 3 million views. What did I do? Nothing. There's nothing fantastic that just by myself, I couldn't have come up with those things. Like in my own mind, I'd have probably written down 50 million ways to do this particular video. And I just was like, you know what? I'll just go with God. Whatever he asked me to do, that's what I'm going to do. Even with YouTube, he told me this year, come back to YouTube. Come back to YouTube. I know that, I trust him because I know that, he knows the reason why he's asked me to be here. He knows the reason why. He knows how many people are going to watch this video or my videos and be inspired by it and be encouraged by it. All that to say, hearing the voice of the Lord is another major reason why you should fast. If you're here listening to this and you're thinking, I know people say that, oh, God speaks to you, but I don't hear the voice of God. Like, what do I do? Fast. Take time off. Seek the face of the Lord. Ask him, tell him that you want to hear his voice and he will speak to you. The voice of God is like you talking to you, but you know that it's the voice of God. You just know. You know it in your spirit. Even in talking to you, he will give you confirmation. Another reason why I think that you should consider fasting is fasting gives you vision. Well, fasting gives you clarity for the vision. Habakkuk says, write the vision down. Write it with God and make it plain. I always have to emphasize that, you can be writing things, but you're not necessarily writing it with God. But when you seek the face of the Lord, when you set time apart and when you fast, when you write things down, you know that you are writing with God. And there's nothing more beautiful than writing the vision down with the Holy Spirit, writing it with you, and then literally executing the vision one day at a time, one obstacle at a time. But then you know what, God is here. God is backing me. I can do this. There's nothing like knowing that you have the backing of heaven. So that's another reason why I think that you should consider doing this 21 days fasting. It's really not about losing weight. I did lose weight. I did lose about 20 something pounds. I wasn't trying to lose weight, but obviously when you're not eating, you're going to lose weight. My skin was the clearest it had ever been. So not only was my mind clear, my body was clear. All the toxins were out of my body. After day 3 or 4, I think your body goes into ketosis. And at that point, it's just like literally everything, as you're drinking the water, is coming out. I was peeing maybe like 12 times a day or something. It was a very interesting experience. My body felt like the lightest it's ever felt before. And I still haven't gained the weight that I gained pre-doing the fast, interestingly. I thought I would. I ended up not gaining as much weight as I thought, actually. Generally, I watch what I eat, but I'm even more so intentional about watching what I eat, because I genuinely loved the way that my body felt. The second question was, did you have any encounters? I did. I had multiple encounters. I had dreams, multiple dreams, so many dreams. For the first time in my life, I actually had a vision. I had a vision. A very open, it was an open vision. I wrote it down in my journal as well. What were your biggest takeaways from the fast? The fast made me realize that I needed to live a fasted life. I may not necessarily do a 21-day water fast all the time, but it definitely made me fast more the entire year. So it's interesting. I tried to record this video for you guys in February, right after the fast, but I lost all the footage. I actually said it to you guys on the vlog that I lost all the footage. So it's interesting that I'm recording it now in January, almost a year later. So I can now look back and say, wow, wow, so many things that I wouldn't have been able to tell you in February, I can tell you now. The 21-day fast changed my life. It really did. I see, you know, it's made me see God in a different way. I've also seen how God has orchestrated a whole lot of different things in my life. My relationships are different. God has blessed me, sent people to me, you know, just so many things. And I know that it's because I know that I'm reaping the fruit of giving him that time. And that's why I know that I'm going to do it again by his strength. I know that I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. Another big takeaway from it was it solidified. It's not that I didn't know that I could work on my relationship with God. It's not that I didn't know that fasting would cause me to come up a little higher, but it definitely solidified the fact that, you know what, fasting is like dragging, it's like God pulling you up a little higher. I believe, right, that the more you fast, the more alert your spirit is. Because God is spirit and we're spirit before we're body. I hope that this was helpful. If you guys have any other questions that you want me to answer with regards to this topic, please let me know. I'm more than willing to answer them. And if you're interested in joining the 21-day fast that's happening in January, please let me know. I would love for us to do it together. I would love for you guys to join in. I'm going to be doing the fast this year with Light London, so I'm very excited for what God is going to do. I'm really excited. Ooh, I forgot to tell you guys that one of the biggest takeaways from the fast was I actually got clarity from the Lord that I'm called to the prophetic. I didn't know that before. That was huge for me, and that's a story for another day, but that was huge for me, that I'm called to the prophetic. That was clarity in a lot of ways. It just opened my mind, and I realized, wow, like I'm not thinking crazy. Like, oh, like, okay, that makes sense. It makes sense why I would have seen this, or I would have known this, or I had a strong feeling in my gut that this was gonna happen, you know? It was life-changing, honestly. I'm probably not even putting into words how life-changing it was. I'm trying my best to, but I know that I'm not even doing it justice enough. But if you've tried the 21-day fast and you have any experiences that you'd love to share, please share it in the comment section. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that I wasn't rambling too much. I hope that you've taken something away from this video. And I really pray that you would consider doing this fast with me. I know someone was asking, so like, can we have juice? Can we have like any like juice? I know that at some point, I believe Apostle Tobi Arayomi had said that we could do natural juices. So like, you can't go to the store and get packaged juices, but you can actually like juice apple or juice spinach or juice carrot, you know what I'm saying? So I know that some people did that for health reasons. So anyways, that's all for now. I hope you guys, like I said, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. I will see you guys on the vlog. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for watching again. God bless you. Mwah.